Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Friday. Well, here we are at coffee with the president. And because it's Friday, I want to start by talking about food. So this weekend we had this week we had a wonderful opportunity to promote two wonderful products that will help student scholarships and also partner with great local businesses that have always been so supportive of Eastern. So Silver Dog Salsa is the taco box Eastern collaboration. Tom Martin and his crack crew over there have put together a medium salsa. You know, it's just wonderful. You talk to a wonderful guy like Tom Martin, you say like, oh, the mild is really mild and the hot is like, whoa. And he said, oh, I can do something about that. He made us a mild salsa, hatch chili, and it's absolutely wonderful. We taste tested it just to be sure. Several students came in and we just had to, test that. Plus, the name was selected by votes from alums and folks like you who gave us great ideas. So it's a wonderful product. You can buy this online, or you can go to Taco Box and you can buy it right off the shelf. But we're very pleased with that initiative. We also have Greyhound Grind. Okay, I know it's not food, but it goes with food. So you can get the Greyhound Grind also online, and you can get it from our other local partner, Landell Goolsley at Sweetwaters at Landell's. This is a great opportunity to support student scholarships, but it's also, we all need coffee, right? Open a vein, pour it in, you'll feel better. Okay, so you can get beans, you can get a fine grind like for French roast, or you can get a regular grind. Whatever you need, you order exactly what you want, and then it comes to you. Students benefit, scholarships are funded, and it's just a great way to support Eastern. Plus, what a cool bag is that. Look at that dog. He looks ready to drink coffee. Wouldn't you say, John? He looks ready to drink coffee. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so salsa and coffee, and what goes perfectly with salsa and coffee? Well, Valencia peanuts, of course, but also wine. So as you know, we're partnering with another wonderful partner in our community, and that's Enchantment Vineyards. Wonderful family, very supportive of Eastern, wonderful business, and they're going to create a red wine for us, which we're in the process of finalizing the name. And then we're partnering with another wonderful family-run business in Deming, Lescombe Family Vineyards, and they're doing a white wine for us. White wine in Deming has a kind of nice sound, doesn't it? But red wine in Portales. So we're going to have a lovely opportunity there for also scholarship support, and we're really excited. During the pandemic, a lot of businesses went through some very hard times, and we are so delighted to be able to partner with these wonderful businesses that came through, really, kept their people working and kept, open as much as they could and really helped us. I'd also like to thank Red Rock Roasters, which was the company in Albuquerque that Landell suggested we work with, and they were wonderful to work with, happy to work with us. And of course, we want to work with local businesses first, but then if it can't be right close to us, then certainly New Mexico. That's our goal, to help New Mexico economy and then to help Eastern students. So thanks for your support of these products. We did this so it'd be kind of fun for you to donate to scholarships. You get something back, and that's important to us too, that you don't just donate to Eastern and to Eastern student scholarships, but then there's a little something in it for you too. So we hope you enjoy these products, and I can tell you that the coffee is excellent. Rachel Langer at Red Rock, thank you, Red Rock Roasters. She has a wonderful, coffee people, they know how to describe things with a chocolatey overtone and all these other things, which I can't remember. I can just tell you it's very good. So I also have more food here, just so that we don't just teach around here. Nuh-uh. We have people who can actually bake. So Dr. Dobson and the communication department, I think many of you know Patty Dobson, came in this morning and she said, it's time for brownies. You know, we need to get our strength up because students are coming back and we need to be ready for them. So these are Belgian chocolate brownies. Okay, stop drooling. Wipe that drool right off that screen. And mascarpone cheese. And I don't know what that is, but I can tell you that woman can bake. She's not just a pretty face. She's just not a PhD. I mention Dr. Dobson today because I met one of her students in Bernalillo at the Legislative Finance Committee yesterday, Joshua McVeigh. Hi, Josh, in Mesalands. And we had a wonderful conversation about what he's doing there in marketing and with transfer students. And it was just wonderful talking to a graduate of our program who's now working in higher education, has maintained his contacts with the faculty here, and based on that, we're now going to have a nice partnership with Mesalands in terms of transfers and other kinds of enrollment issues. So you never know who you're going to meet who's an Eastern alum. And when they come up and say, I did my master's with Dr. Dobson and she's wonderful and here's my card, and it's a wonderful thing to see our students in great professional jobs and opportunities. And he is the Vice President for Public Relations and Student Transfer Services.
And Patty Dobson is watching and she said it's always time for brownies.
It is always time for brownies. I couldn't agree more. Now, just because, and I know you understand this, Patty, I'm not going to eat this on air because we would have so many complaints about, like, well, where's my brownie? So I'll just say, like, it's really wonderful, but okay, no, I won't eat it in front of you. You can just experience that vicariously. Okay, so now moving off food a little bit, what's happening on campus? Well, food's happening, of course, but beyond that, we did announce the acquisition of our wonderful new athletics director, Dr. Paul Weir. Many of you know that name because it's a well-known name in New Mexico. Paul Weir had a wonderful coaching career at New Mexico State University and at UNM, and he has a wealth of operational knowledge of athletics, great contacts in the state, and a true understanding of New Mexico culture and what it takes to recruit in this area. He knows Lone Star Conference, and I think he probably knows every athletic director and coach probably in the state of New Mexico and Texas. We are so pleased to add him to our team to lead athletics. I think he'll be a wonderful asset to Eastern and to our athletics program. He also happens to have 3 master's degrees and a PhD, so, you know, if we're short of faculty, I bet he could step in. But we're really happy to have his energy and competence and vision to help reshape and turn the page for athletics. Every athletics program in the country has experienced major upheaval because of COVID. And students are coming back, and we have a lot of new coaches now at Eastern, and it's going to be wonderful to have an experienced person like Paul to help us through that. And has a lovely family, and he's charming, wonderful speaker, and I hope you all have an opportunity to meet him and hear him speak, because this is really a wonderful hire for us. So we're ready to turn the page and start the new season with athletics, with lots of new folks and with a really dynamic new athletic director. I think a lot of us have been worrying about how campuses are reopening across the state, and there's a lot of information and conflicting information about what CDC wants and what's happening with the new variants of COVID that are out there. So let me just run through how we're going to do reopening at Eastern, and I think you'll hear a lot of consistency of what we've said we're going to do and what other campuses are doing. The first thing is that New Mexico generally is not going to be requiring a vaccine for students to return to campuses. This is true on all the state campuses in New Mexico. I cannot speak for the privates, of course. I don't know what they are doing. However, we are strongly recommending it. And if you've been following the news, you know that the best protection against the COVID variants is to have the vaccine, because the vaccine allows you to address that variant when it comes at you. If you just have had one version of COVID, well, you've got antigens for that version, but maybe not for the variant. So that's why the vaccine is such an important part. Certainly having COVID gives you antigens. No question about that science. But we're talking about what's the best protection, not only for you, but your family and the people you're around. So we are really strongly recommending that vaccine. Now, New Mexico is requiring that if you are unvaccinated, that you do have to be masked. So when students come back, we're going to say, you know, you're going to have to wear a mask unless you're vaccinated. If they're vaccinated, we're great. We are fine. That they probably want to show us that they are vaccinated, and then we will be fine. We are not putting in any restrictions in terms of classrooms, because it'll be the same rule everywhere. If you're vaccinated, you do not have to mask. If you're unvaccinated, you will have to mask. We're hoping that everyone will be vaccinated, and so it'll be nice, clean, and neat. Housing is concerned about this too, because of course housing, lots of interaction of students, and our residence halls are going to be open. So again, we're strongly recommending vaccinations. So when students come to campus, if they haven't had the opportunity to get that vaccine, that's fine. We're going to have people here. It's going to be free. They can get the vaccine and just walk up and get the vaccine. No cost. So I hope that people will plan for that or get their vaccine and come to campus already vaccinated, and then we'll be ready to go. We plan to have all of our events, all of our Dog Days events will be in person. We're really looking forward to that. Dog Days is a great opportunity for us to reconnect and meet students and introduce them to services and walk them around campus and say, no, this is your classroom. Oh, that's your building. Now cut through this building if it's really hot, because it'll be air conditioned. You know, we tell them all these little tricks about campus. We'll have wonderful events for them. All of this is on our website, and we invite you to take a look at that. We'll also be welcoming back our faculty and staff. Same opportunity to get a free vaccination if they've not had one, of course, but many of ours already have. So we're really happy to have the chance to really happy to have the opportunity to welcome people back and to give them the opportunity to resume the Eastern experience that they came to know and love or want to experience for the first time. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to lots of good things happening in the semester. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to just type into that chat and ask any question that you have. I'm going to jump ahead into September, though, and tell you about a really special event, especially for alums who are in the Albuquerque area. So I know some of you know about ENMU Reads. This is a partnership that ENMU is conducting with 59 public libraries. And we taught our mascot, Ralph, how to read. It was hard, but you know Greyhounds are smart. So Ralph is reading, and he's on posters, and he's in libraries, and he's encouraging kids to read. And especially during the summer, when they read a certain number of books, they get a certificate that says that they're a super Greyhound reader. In addition to that, there's some wonderful sponsors for ENMU Reads, and one of them would be the Albuquerque Isotopes. So there will be a special game on September 10th. That's a Friday night. Well, late afternoon, I guess it's at 5:30, isn't it? And they will be They'll be recognizing ENMU and educators. And of course, ENMU is very connected with teacher education, and we really look forward to bringing a bunch of students and having a great game and seeing that really lovely stadium. And there'll be a little event for alums, and you'll probably be getting information about this via postcard or social media and various other ways. But if you are in the Albuquerque or Rio Rancho or Bernalillo area, please feel free to, come on down and say hi, and a hot dog and a burger or something, and then watch the game. So we really be happy to see, and all that information again will be on social media and on our website. So the regents will also be there because they are having a regents meeting that day, and if you haven't met them, we have 3 new regents. They're great, and we have 2 continuing regents. They're wonderful, experienced, and we have great leadership for the university right now. So I look forward to seeing anybody who has the time to come out, and it's great season for baseball. Isotopes are doing very well, so they're playing very well. It's a great stadium. Some of you have been there before, but
don't forget the bobblehead that you love.
I didn't think I would get out of mentioning the Bobble Heads. Is that what they're called? Bobble Heads?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, Bobble Heads. Well, the Bobble Heads are kind of. Well, we're going to have how many, John?
2,700.
2,700 bobbleheads. I'll bet one of them has your name on it. The bobblehead is Orbit, the isotope mascot, and he's wearing an ENMU t-shirt. Not like this, but big letters. And I know this will be a collector's item, widely sought after across the state. So be there and get your own bobblehead, and put it on your desk and have people ask you about it. I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity to celebrate teachers. And I've been assured that I am not throwing out the first pitch, because I think I would have to bowl it, like the big wind up and then just roll it, down the. We're not going to do that. Who is going to throw out the first pitch, John?
College education is going to pick someone that for one
Well,
of their
this
alumni.
this is very scary. Oh, alumni.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of their
I feel
alumni.
fine now. Alumni can certainly throw that ball, however many yards it is down there. But okay, that's wonderful. So you don't want to miss this. This is going to be pretty fun. So there'll be many other events, but I just want to mention that, so that put that on your calendar for Albuquerque. And we'll post a lot of pictures about this. So if you can't go, you'll be able to see the students we're going to bring. We're going to bring a bus of students. I think it'll be a great event. So there are just lots of things that we're really happy about and getting ready for, and not the least of which are the classes that we're going to be offering. So we'll be back in person. We'll be back face to face. Of course, some of our classes are online, and they will continue to be online as they always have. But all the classes that we normally offer in person are going to be back in person. And I know that for many of you and for many students, you've been waiting for that. You prefer face-to-face, you prefer that social learning and that interaction with faculty, and we do too. I think Eastern does a very good job with online education, but we also know the value of that personal connection and the hybrid options of online material, but also that face-to-face that accentuates the learning and points it toward the kind of social networking that always happens in a classroom and is so much important part of the learning experience. So we're looking forward to that. If you know of any student who is hesitant or uncertain or a little worried about health concerns, or worried that maybe he or she is a little rusty because high school was just such a weird experience, please encourage them that there's never been a better time to pursue a college education. The lottery scholarship, the opportunity scholarship, is really going to lift the burden from a lot of families that are still recovering from the pandemic. And in terms of the economy opening up, tomorrow's employers are going to want students with college degrees. It's going to be the expectation. So you can certainly find a job at Subway maybe even for $15 an hour. But we think you're destined for something more. So you can do that during college, but let's keep our eye on the prize, and that college degree is certainly going to be what the workforce of tomorrow is going to need. So we know you know that, but please share that information with people who might be a little hesitant, or parents who might be a little worried about, their kids aren't ready for college. They're ready, and they're ready for Eastern, because we'll wrap them in services and attention and people who care about them and want them to have the best learning experience possible. And that's what Eastern always has done, and that's what we are way ready to do come August. So classes begin the 17th. We can't wait. So
We did have a question that Jonathan Lewis typed in. When will the Cub be open to the public?
So the Cub will be open to the public August 2nd. The reason for the delay is that we do not have staff, students, back on campus. It's a large building, as you know, and you have to have people in the lobby in order to open it back up. So it will be open in August, and we'll also be welcoming our student athletes that week, and they come early, as you know, and so our RAs will be back, and a number of our student employees, I think later. The band will be back a little bit early, so there'll be more people back in August, and Cup should be open. If Monday is the 2nd, it should be Monday, August 2nd.
What are you looking forward to most with us reopening and being in person?
Well, I think you can sum that up in one word: students. I'm looking forward to students. Every time students have been on campus, it's like we're all over them, and how are they, and what have they been doing this summer, and are they looking forward to coming back to school? So, a lot of us got into education because of our disciplines, or because of the content that we love and that we love to share with others. But we stay in it because of students. And that's what we've really missed during the pandemic. You can have wonderful conversations online, but it's nothing like seeing that light that comes into students' eyes when they finally get that math problem, or when they finally remember why you taught them about Chaucer before you talked about Shakespeare, and that suddenly they see that connection. So I think learning is such a dynamic process. To watch it happen right before your eyes, how addictive is that? And that's what students bring to us. So of course that's what I'm looking forward to. Students are creative, they are funny, they are always thinking about what's next and what they can do with what they know and what they're learning, and that just makes them very exciting to be around. We have a great student government group this year. We have wonderful officers in our student organizations, and they are set to lead this student body back from the pandemic, and they are certainly going to have the support and help of all the faculty, staff, and administration on this campus. I'm looking forward to students.
Did you want to touch base on dog days at all and everything that's going on with that?
Yes. Dog days. The first thing we're going to do is teach everyone how to make dog hands. So dog days will start with the check-in into the residence halls, which is, controlled chaos. And Walmart loves us during dog days, because, no matter how well you plan, when you move into a dorm, you're going to forget something. Might not be important, but whatever it is, Walmart's going to have it, for another store is going to have it for you. So that will start with check-in at our residence halls, and students and continuing students will be there to help move people in. Parents are not allowed to lift boxes. They're there to hug. Okay, parents hug, and then everybody else moves boxes. It's a great opportunity for students to meet each other, meet some continuing students, seniors, juniors, who are already on campus, and so they start the year already having friends. After that, everyone goes to lunch, and then there are a number of events for parents, just a little more information about campus services, safety on campus, how they can help their students succeed in that first, critical couple of months. Students also have the opportunity to get comfortable in their dormitories, and then later in the afternoon there's a community fair where students and parents and anyone else who's here can walk around and visit various organizations, get information about the community, where you can bank, where you can go to church, where you can get certain services, and of course student organizations. And it's just a great lead up to the big feed, and we have really nice picnic dinner for everybody outside. It's usually beautiful weather. We always have beautiful weather for Dog Days. The band plays, and various people will welcome students and their parents, and it's just a great way to start the year. It's a lot of fun, a lot of information, but it's also just celebrating that we're back. There's usually a dance or an event at the end of the day, and then everybody goes back and sleeps the sleep of the just. Then Sunday afternoon we start with some events for the new students, so they get to bond and visit with each other and talk again with counselors or our students who have been here and know how you can really get a fast start on being a Greyhound. So that will be on Sunday afternoon. Nice dinner Sunday night, and then Monday the students get to get out on campus a little bit more. They'll meet their freshman seminar instructors, really important pivot point for freshmen so that they move into being a freshman by meeting their freshman seminar instructor on Monday. And then there are other activities that they do together, and then on Tuesday classes begin. And all that time, students are in and out, the bookstore is open, various activities are going on. If you have any questions about financial aid, or you need to go to the cashier, or you have a question about your room, all the offices are open, everybody's back, so you can find out, or if you need to maybe add another class or find out something about the class you're in, advising can help you. So all the services are up and running and happy to help, particularly freshmen or people new to campus feel completely comfortable with that first day. We also do an orientation for transfer students or students just new to campus. Maybe they've been sitting out a year and they want to come back. So there are lots of opportunities for you to feel that you know what you need, you know where you can find it, you know what services are available, you know some people right away. You know people who want to help you. So that's how we see Dog Days, and we're really looking forward to that. Our new faculty also have their orientation, so they have their own little faculty Dog Days, and they have very much the same thing. They bond with each other, they talk about students, they talk about the profile of our students, what they need, what programs they're most interested in, and how we believe that teaching is the most important thing we do at Eastern. So whatever they do to make teaching number one priority, that's what we want from our new faculty. And then they have friends too. So the first day of classes, they have a group of friends that they can rely on, colleagues, professionals who can say, oh, here's my syllabus, and oh, that looks good, let's do this, or let's go to lunch. And that's the same thing we want for our students. So all of these communities are coming back together and all coming together at Eastern. Good way to start the year.
That's everything we got,
Good.
question-wise, so.
Wonderful. Well, good, because I'm sorry, but I have a brownie to eat and coffee here. It's a wonderful world. I'll just close by saying that every day, I wake up and I think, I can hardly wait to get back to this office, because every day I meet someone, or someone calls, or someone sends a note that says, my mother graduated in 1955 in the stadium on campus. Just these wonderful stories of the love and appreciation that they have for Eastern. And those stories just, they populate my day with all this positive, these positive memories and promises that Eastern made to students and delivered on them. And I want us always to be that institution, the institution you're proud of, that you graduated from, that you're happy to send people you care about to give to us to take care of and foster them. We are so lucky every year to get a new bunch of students that we're going to have for 4 years. It's the greatest honor we'll ever have, and we never take it lightly. We will always take that very seriously as our responsibility and our pleasure. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend.